Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn and I am a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore. Yesterday I did a introduction video of why I'm doing this 100-day project, which is a video series or a vlog series about, I guess, the creative process, about the artist's journey, about self-expression and maybe some personal growth stuff thrown in there. I have no idea what this vlog is really going to be about. I just think it's going to be around these things because that is who I am as a person. I've been an artist officially now for about 7 years, but I've always been a creative person. Like, I used to write stories when I was 11 years old. I wrote some stories which transitioned into songwriting when I was like 15 or 16. And then for a long time my dream was to be a singer-songwriter until I came back to art again. But that is a whole long story for another time. Essentially, I guess why I want to do this vlog is because I feel like I have so many lessons and learnings over the years, and I want to share them with whoever needs to hear them. So I think today what I would like to talk about is this idea of this vlog has been bugging me for months now, okay? And if I were to be really honest, it has bugged me for years now. Like, for years now I've been wanting to do like a more regular, video series. I just couldn't figure out what to share. Like, I used to do time-lapse videos of my works, which I still do sometimes, but to produce them on a weekly basis, kind of, after a while, I couldn't keep it up. Yeah, so for the last few months, this has been bugging me of starting a video series about the creative journey, the creative process, and now I'm finally doing it after months of procrastinating. So for today's video, I think what I would like to share is, if there's something that has been bugging you, like an idea that has been bugging you for a while now, and it keeps coming back to you no matter what else you do, there's different signs that show up. Like yesterday I talked about following the inspiration, so if the inspiration keeps coming back to you that you need to do this thing, or you need to pursue this creative idea, or you need to pursue this project, maybe it is really time to do it. And I will share with you why I say that, because recently I realized one thing, which is that we live in a time of a lot of uncertainty. And I think uncertainty is something that we're always surrounded by. The idea that we have a set routine for our days. You wake up, you go to work, you meet people, you come home, you sleep, all that, right? Like, those are our routines, and it kind of gives us this illusion of things being certain and that everything is under our control. And then when this whole virus thing happened, and everything was kind of thrown upside down, we're kind of face to face with the reality of our lives, which is that nothing is certain, and nothing is set in stone, and nothing is really under our control. I mean, some things are under our control, like what we choose to do with our circumstances is under our control. But even if you choose to do something, you still you're not always fully in control of the outcome. So I guess what I'm saying, and this might be a bit of a morbid way to start off this series, what I'm saying is that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Anything could happen to you tomorrow. I mean, the chances of something major happening and uprooting your entire life and changing your entire life may not be that likely. But I think the whole pandemic right now shows that it is very likely. Anything can happen to you. And to not do the thing that you're going to regret the most, I think that's just a waste if you don't do it. Yeah. Like, I have a lot of creative projects, a lot of creative ideas, right, that I keep thinking that, I'll get to it. I'll get to this when I have more time. I'll get to this, when I finish this other one. And that's totally normal, and that's totally fine. Maybe you're someone who, like me, I can't handle like 10 projects at the same time. I can maybe handle 3 at the same time, but not 10 at the same time. So something's gonna have to kind of wait, right? So then the question is, if you have so many project ideas, you know, which one do you actually want to start on? And I think a very common topic that people talk about is this idea of a bucket list, which I kind of have one, but I don't really have one either, because recently I got to thinking about this idea of a bucket list, especially, you know, when it comes to how I want to live my life. Not so much the things that I need to do before I die, but more like a general, this is how I want to live my life every single day. And the thing that stands out to me is that if I knew that I only had, like, let's say 100 days left to live, what is that one thing that I'm gonna regret not doing? You know, what is that one thing I'm gonna regret not doing the most? And there were a few things, you know, that stood out for me. So other than, you know, so if you ask yourself that question, right, what is that one thing you would regret the most? Other than, of course, you know, spending time with your family and friends, because that's a given. But I'm talking about, like, in terms of, you know, what you want to leave behind, or what you want to accomplish with your life, or with what's left of your life, because we really don't know when our time is going to be up. And one of the things for me that I would regret the most is not actually doing this blog. So initially the idea was to do a weekly thing, but now I'm just like, screw that, okay? I'm going to do 100 days. I'm going to do this every single day for the next, you know, until the end of the year. Because this is something I've been putting off, and you know what? Go big or go home. So I leave you with that today. You know, what is that one thing you're going to regret the most if you don't do it, and if your time was up and you don't do it? Maybe I'm not putting it across in a very good way, but I hope the meaning and the message is clear, that yeah, don't wait, you know, just start, you know, figure out what that thing is and just start working on it and start making a plan to work on it. And I guess maybe I'll talk more about, you know, that plan and about consistency and some of the tips and tricks that I've learned when it comes to tackling, you know, long-term creative projects over time. Yeah, and I'll share more of that over the next 99 days. Haha, what have I done to myself? Okay, so if you're following this on, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe and hit the bell thing so you get notified when there's a new video, which will be every day for the next 100 days, for the next 99 days. Follow me on Facebook, like my Facebook page. Follow me on Instagram, links are all below, and I will see you tomorrow.